Hi, I'm Marshall. I'm the owner of Going Gear, and I'm here in our store in Smyrna, Georgia. And this is the extended review of the Mecarmy SGN3. All right, here we are with the Mecarmy SGN3, one of the coolest, most popular, feature-rich keychain flashlights that we sell at Going Gear. And we've got it in a few different colors here. So we have the brown, we have the gray, and we have the black out of the packaging. And there's also an olive drab. I didn't have one of those to grab. But I'm going to go ahead and set these to the side. Actually, let's talk about some specs on there before I do that. So 160 lumens on max output. You also have a UV light and a red light in addition to the main white light. And then some other specs there on the back. You've got the 160 lumens. You have 40 meters of beam distance. 13 hours of runtime is going to be on your lowest output. And then as always, you can find the full specs at goinggear.com. Set those to the side. Actually have the packaging from the black one just so I can show you some other stuff that it comes with. It has a user manual. I cannot currently locate it. I don't know what I did with it, but it comes with the user manual, and you also have a lanyard. This is a rechargeable light, so that's one of the very nice features about it. Really compact light that has built-in micro USB charging. Mecarmy doesn't include cables. I can't think of any of their lights that they have that include cables with their lights. So you'll need a micro USB cable. That's not that big of a deal if you're like me. I seriously have 20 within arm's reach right now. If you don't have any, we sell them, or you can find them pretty inexpensively just about everywhere. So here is the light. Let's actually zoom in on it just so you can see it. Wrong way. See it a little bit more up close. This is actually one of my personal lights. I've been using it pretty regularly. I like this light a lot. And you can see even after regular use, there's a little bit of wear on the edges, but not too bad at all. It is a metal body, so really great for heat sinking. It transfers heat really well. And you've got the lanyard attachment point actually as part of the body. So it's machined or molded or however they make these things out of the same piece. So it's not an attachment point that's glued on there or epoxied on there or something that's screwed on there. It's actually part of the body, so it's a really, really strong attachment point. You'd have trouble breaking this thing, and you'd probably break the thing that this was attached to as well. You'd probably rip your pants apart before you broke this attachment point because it's nice and strong. Switch here on the side, you've got the ribbing on the side, the machining, whatever you want to call that makes it nice and grippy. You've got a pretty good grip on the thing. Micro USB port on the side, so you just take it and pull it up. And then when you've got it exposed, flip that to the side and just plug in a micro USB cable. Turns red and it'll turn green when it's done. Charges pretty quickly, 2 or 3 hours or so. All right, let's put that back in there. There's your 3 LEDs down in there. So you've got the main LED, it's a Cree XPG2 LED, and then you have a red LED and an ultraviolet LED, all separate, and you can control them independently, so they're not all going to turn on the same time or anything like that. They're going to turn on one at a time. Okay, let's talk about the interface of the light. So it's all controlled by this side switch right here. So you press that side switch, it'll turn the light on. Keep on pressing, it'll cycle through your other white outputs, and then it'll go to off. If you have it on for a few seconds, I think it's 5 seconds or something like that, and then you go to press the switch again, it will turn the light off. So when you're actually using it and shining it around, it's not going to cycle through the outputs. It's only when you do that quickly that it cycles through the outputs. To get to your other colors, press and hold, and it'll go through the red, the ultraviolet, and the white. And there is a memory for those, so if you turn it off, actually it's got a flashing red as well. But if you turn it off, turn it back on, you can see it's going back into the red, and it'll do the same for the ultraviolet. But one thing to note is that is going to reset after 3 minutes. So after 3 minutes of not using the light, it's going to default back to the white. So again, real quick on the interface, press that side switch, it'll turn the light on. Keep on pressing, it'll cycle through your different outputs. Press and hold the side switch to get to your other colors. All right, I got the lights turned off, and I pulled some fibers off of the ground. You can see make stuff like that fluoresce, money, IDs, bodily fluids, all kinds of stuff. So there's a lot of different uses for ultraviolet lights. Let's get the lights back on. Another really popular series of EDC keychain lights for us is the Aluminex line from Mecarmy. This one's actually my personal EDC. It's been on my keychain for 9 months or 10 months or however long these have existed. I've had this on my keychain since pretty much day one. and absolutely love it. It unfortunately does not have some of the features that the SGN3 has, but it's smaller. So you kind of got to decide, what do you value more? Do you want the higher output? Do you want the additional LED colors, the more functionality to it, or do you want the more compact size? Both are really great choices. It just depends on what's more important to you. But here you can kind of get an idea of the difference in the size. Still are both really compact and definitely friendly to a keychain or pocket. Okay, there you go. That is the Mecarmy SGN3. Let's go ahead and take it outside, and we'll show you how it does outside. All right, we're outside with that SGN3. Got the big 40 mag light as well. Going to try out the mag light first. Tree right there is about 30 feet away. Dock house down there on the lake is about 100 feet away. I normally do another portion where I go out to a longer distance. This light is not made for distance. It's a compact little keychain light, so we're not going to do that part of it. But for what it is, and how small it is, it's got some pretty solid output on it. So there you can see on the max output, makes it out to that 30 feet really well. Makes it out to the dock house okay. So we'll shine in down there. That's 100 feet away. And it lights it up okay. So you can see the lighter parts of it definitely up there on the top. And then let me show you the lower outputs as well. We'll zoom back out since it's definitely not going to make it that far. But so you can get a better idea of where the different outputs are. Let me show you them on the bush as well. And then you have the red and the UV built in there as well. So we'll cycle it over to the ultraviolet, which makes some things fluoresce. Actually, my son decided to take a dive in our lake the other day. So these are his pants. I don't know what is on there that's fluorescing, but it's kind of gross. So you can see they will make certain stuff fluoresce, like the lighter parts in the interior of the pant there. You know, a lot of people use them for bodily fluids and banknotes and IDs and all that kind of stuff, but that's the purpose of the ultraviolet. And then you have the red as well. And like I said before, it does have the memory on those. So if you turn it off, turn it back on, you've got it in the red. It's only when you do the press and hold that it's going to cycle through your different LED types. So there you go. That is the Mecarmy SGN3. If you like it, you can buy it from me at goinggear.com. Any questions or comments, you can reach me in the comments or any of my guys at goinggear.com. As always, get going and start something. Thanks for watching.